The following contest is a singles match scheduled for 1 fall.
Performing earlier in the event, but now it's Watanabe on her own singles competition.
In the blue corner,
time rematch here.
Up Girls Kako Pro Wrestling, Miyu Watanabe!
Well, Miyu is one of the most decorated athletes in the history of TJPW, and to your point, their previous matchup, Watanabe and Nakajima, voted the Bout of the Year 2024, the most votes ever in the history of voting, period, for Tokyo Joshi Pro. Dallas gets a real treat, an instant classic in a rematch tonight.
And, we have to make sure it is known that Miyu Watanabe is the one who scored the victory in that first matchup. But now Shoko Nakajima looking to get the win back. One half of the Princess Tag Team Champions with Hyper Misao, and she's got another title around her as well. Joe, you'll tell us a little bit more about that. That's at MLW Women's Featherweight Championship.
No doubt.
In the red corner, Series MLW World Women's Featherweight Champion and Princess Tag Team Champion, the 1.47-meter big kaiju, Shoko Nakajima!
It was at MLW's biggest event of the year, Battle Riot 7 in Los Angeles, when we saw Nakajima make her debut in the organization, defeat Delmi Exo to become the women's featherweight champion in front of over 2,000 fans there live. And she has not looked back ever since. She has defended that championship, not just here in the United States, but in Japan as well. Spring Tour Volume 2 in Tokyo for Tokyo Joshi Pro. She defeated Kayo Toribami to defend that championship successfully. Nakajima proves big things come in small packages. She calls herself the Kaiju. She's the biggest 1.47-meter athlete I've ever seen.
Not only is this a rematch of the 2024 TJPW Best Bout, it's also a little preview, Joe, towards Summer Sun Princess, because it'll be Miyu Watanabe and her partner, Rika Tatsumi, who was not able to join us on the tour here this time, but I'm sure is watching as Daydream challenges for those tag titles at Summer Sun Princess. Nakajima, whoa!
Action low to the ground early on. Nakajima taken down by Watanabe, who controls with a hammerlock.
Whoa. Miyu Watanabe, always so strong as well.
And comes in with a psychological advantage, to your point, knowing that she was successful the last time these two met.
Again, zeroing in here on the arm.
And it's a smart maneuver because Nakajima is so adept with her footwork, with her speed or quickness. Her ability to change directions is one of the things that's impressed me the most in watching her compete. And there's a great example.
Yeah, for example.
And even though Watanabe's been in the ring with Nakajima before, even though she's beaten Nakajima before, you don't get used to those sudden changes in directions. Nakajima has a way to just take you off your game.
Back to standing, maybe looking for a knuckle lock here. Whoa, and big test between two of the strongest in TJPW, but Miyu Watanabe got the shoulders down.
Not Not often you see Nakajima in this type of position. It speaks to the strength and the leverage of Watanabe.
Whoa! Whoa, and bridging out of the pinfall.
Incredible. I hope any fans out there that are new to Tokyo Joshi Pro truly understand the intricacies and the work ethic that goes into something like a bridge that we've seen, like these strikes, like this chain wrestling. They are students of the game day in and day out. They are some of the finest athletes anywhere in the world.
And these two athletes in particular, Shoko Nakajima, Miyu Watanabe, just to pull back the curtain a little bit, these two, they train constantly in the TJPW dojo. They've racked up some of the most time on the roster. And when you train with someone, when you work out with them, you get to know some of the ins and outs.
Yeah, I mean, you're able to develop and learn their strengths and their weaknesses and certainly strategize for your own.
Right now, it's Miyu Watanabe totally in control.
Yeah, what a great way to kick us off earlier on with the Up girls. And could Watanabe be the talk of this entire event by the time we go off the air? We'll see. Could we see a show stealer wind up in Watanabe going 2-0?
There's that quickness of Shoko Nakajima. But a snap takedown, and Watanabe's back in control.
And just the torque and the impact on what some fans might look at as a simple, basic maneuver. But you know what? If you do it properly, it's not so basic anymore. You can do a lot of damage with a headlock.
Nakajima trying to figure out a way out of this. Runs Watanabe to the ropes. Look at this.
Yeah.
Still holding on.
Nakajima tried to send Watanabe into the ropes. Watanabe slides down to stunt that momentum, to prevent Nakajima from changing the pace of this match again. So smart by Watanabe.
Another takedown and continuing once again to wrench on that neck.
So much of this is about strategy, and it's about control, and it's about knowing what your opponent does. To your point, Beta, all the time they work together in the dojos and spar and study one another. It's about knowing that and finding a way to completely shut us down.
And they've started trading holds here. Nakajima, whoa. Wow.
That's incredible. The neck strength, the dexterity, the poison to wind up with a side headlock.
And now it's Shoko Nakajima in control of the headlock, but just as I said that, Miyu turns it around.
And Nakajima, of course, she calls herself Big Kaiju. And
5 minutes. 5 minutes bust.
she loves to prove that you know, she can do big things. She thinks big. It's a power of suggestion. It's the frame of her mind that enables her to achieve so many incredible things.
Whoa!
And,
oh, she was starting to power her way through that, but Miyu Watanabe just too strong.
I think the question here is what happens when you have that power of mind, power of suggestion, and everything you try gets shut down, and check out the awkward angle. That shoulder's gonna pop.
We gotta see if Shoko Nakajima will, look at, she's able to call upon that mentality, and whoa!
Oh, nice. Nice counter, and again, how do you find a way to escape when you don't know what direction they're coming from? Nakajima in a dominant position.
Whoa, Watanabe. Whoa, she got caught, no? Whoa!
Counters the hip lock, hangs on for the monkey flip. Incredible.
Pure momentum from Shoko Nakajima.
You can see why Nakajima's so fun to watch and why the MLW featherweights are on notice, from Delmi Exo to Shotzi to Ava Everett to certainly Ober Eats that we saw in the opening matchup. They all have had their eye on Nakajima.
Of course, Miyu Watanabe, I'm sure she's looking at trying her chances in MLW and our other partners as well. If she can pin the MLW Featherweight Championship, that could have implications not just in TJPW, but in MLW as well.
Yes, please move. Smart maneuver there to alert these fans, but oh no! How quickly did Watanabe get back in that ring and snap off that power slam?
Such a deep well of strength Miyu Watanabe pulls from.
And Beta, you made a great point. If Watanabe wins that, let's look at this one more time. How quickly Watanabe gets into position, snaps that power slam, lower back first on Nakajima. But if Watanabe wins this matchup tonight, it could prove far more beneficial than when she won last year. Not just because they'll be in the Princess Tag title match next week, but also because of an MLW featherweight title.
And Shoko Nakajima, she's in bad shape right now.
And notice Watanabe is zeroing in on that lower back, and that's what got the brunt of that power slam. Watanabe, the young veteran, realizes it and is pouncing.
One of the few Grand Slam champions in the history of TJPW, Miyu Watanabe has won every title in the organization and now looking to become a tag champion again by beating Nakajima and Hyper Misao. And right now she is sending a message to both the tag team champions.
And those accomplishments are no accident as Watanabe into the cover. It's no happenstance. You can look at Watanabe and realize the gears are shifting. The mind is always running. Watanabe is just in a class above when it comes to strategy and psychology.
Shoko Nakajima so often relies on those explosive bursts of strength. That is exactly what Watanabe is successfully shutting down right now.
Nakajima loves to be the dominant force, loves to prove you can't judge the book by its cover, loves to metaphorically roam the countryside and trample the city, but not happening here. Nakajima is a long cry from the kaijus like Godzilla and Mothra and Gamera. Right now she's a victim.
Oh, look at Shoko Nakajima bent in half. Miyu continuing to just manipulate the spine.
Yeah, just that torque, that bend on the lower back.
Whoa. Oh, what a slam right into the pinfall.
Got her. No. Nakajima very quickly rolls to the outside, and I think that's a smart move by the big kaiju because, I mean, her back could be, nodding up on her, could be completely immobile by the end of this thing if Watanabe has her way.
10 minutes passed.
And the count had started, but it looks like Miyu Watanabe not gonna wait. Instead, heads to the outside.
Again, that's why Miyu Watanabe is Miyu Watanabe. She takes the fight. She's offensive-minded. She's not going to give an opening because she's not a fool to believe that Nakajima's ever out of the fight. As you can see, keep swinging. But Watanabe, that side kick, right to the base of the spine.
Whoa, Nakajima rolled back inside it. It looks like, whoa.
And there's a Nakajima specialty, that Tiger Fate kick. She can hit it through any rope. Boom! Tope Suicida to perfection.
This has been the biggest opening Nakajima's gotten in quite a while.
And just as soon as we questioned Nakajima's physical health, she scores big with a well-timed and much-needed high risk. Can she hit a Tope Suicida con hero to the outside.
This is that explosiveness that has served Shoko Nakajima so well throughout her career.
Every time I see Nakajima do that move in particular, my mind automatically goes to the legendary Notorious 187 Homicide. How explosive and dynamic and impactful he was in spite of being smaller than most of his opponents. Nakajima's in that same boat.
And now she's making the climb all the way up top. Oh wait, she just realized Watanabe got up to her feet.
You gotta wonder if that back knotted up on her as she got up there.
Oh boy!
Oh, what a press slam.
High angle on that slam. And look at Shoko Nakajima. That back was already clearly injured, and now Miyu Watanabe tightens the ponytail. We all know what's next. Giant swing to Shoko Nakajima.
And this puts more pressure on the back. Nakajima immediately counters. Sunset flip. She knew she had to do something, and she almost beat her. T. Harris attempt countered.
Whoa!
Oh. Nakajima escaped the grip and the grasp, but couldn't escape the forearm drop kick fire back. Nakajima's taking it. Oh. Swings through the ropes again to the point I made earlier. At the drop of a hat, springs it with a senton.
Flurry of offense. Look at Miyu Watanabe.
Yeah, Nakajima is so good at using that wrestling ring as a makeshift tag team partner to position her, to change her leverage. And now, just like that, Nakajima zeroes in on Watanabe. Tiger bird kick on her high. And didn't swing through the same rope, she went up a level. That's a cover, no.
Innovative offense, as always, by Shoko Nakajima, but it's still not enough to get Miyu Watanabe down. Take a look at this.
Notice she hangs on between the second and third and comes up over the top with the kick. That dexterity is something that you rarely ever see with that type of move.
Miyu Watanabe barely able to attempt to stand.
These fans know they're seeing something special, and Watanabe knows she's in danger. Drops down to a knee as Nakajima was looking Northern Lights.
Yeah, Shoko Nakajima has that brutal Northern Lights suplex. Locked and loaded. Miyu Watanabe has to fight her way out, and whoa! Oh, there it is! Giant swing!
Oh, the torque, the velocity, and all that pressure, and especially the landing back on the lower back, not to mention the dizzying effect.
Miyu Watanabe, she's really feeling it now.
Yeah, this could be it. 2-0.
Not quite enough.
Oh, Watanabe felt she was so
15
close.
minutes. 15 minutes passed.
She could have pinned the MLW Women's Champion, could have pinned one half of the Princess Tag Champions a week before challenging for the titles. Oh, wait a minute. Look at that teardrop, I think.
Working over the back.
But again, Nakajima finds her way out of anything and everything. And when Watanabe's in the ropes, that's when she's vulnerable.
Whoa! She got out of the way!
Look,
Oh, wow.
that prone hold. Oh no.
Oh!
The power of Watanabe looking for another back.
Oh!
just
Teardrop!
and beats her.
And your winner, Miyu Watanabe.
So the question here, does Miyu Watanabe have Shoko Nakajima's number? And if so, are we a week away from brand new Princess of Princess Tag Team Champions?
Well, that's twice now that Miyu Watanabe has defeated Shoko Nakajima with that teardrop face buster. Take a look at this. This could be a preview of Summer Sun Princess and the key to Daydream becoming tag team champions. Look at that.
Nakajima fought till the bitter end, kicked her legs until there was no escape, and she got dropped face first. Nakajima knows she was beaten by the better athlete tonight, but she leaves with 2 titles intact over her shoulders. The question is, how long? We just saw another classic between Nakajima and Watanabe, but the one constant has been Watanabe with her hand raised.